Hello and welcome to the Liverpool and Roma preview and the review of the Bayern Munich and Real Madrid semi-final second leg. Thank you so much for tuning back into the channel and I hope you enjoy the video. So Liverpool go to the Stadio Olimpico and face Roma with a 5-2 aggregate lead. So in the first leg, Liverpool raced into a 5-0 lead with 2 goals from Salah, 2 goals from Firmino and 1 from Sadio Mane. But a Perotti penalty and a goal from Edin Dzeko made it 5-2, meaning that Roma need a 3-0 win would see them through, or 4-1 would see them through, or anything more than that would see them through. So they need 3 goals at 3-0, or 4-1 would see them through, or 5-2 would see extra time, but 4-2 would see Liverpool through. So they would need, if Liverpool scored 2 goals, essentially, they need 4 goals at least, Roma, to qualify for the final. Real Madrid went through last night, so that's who they will be playing. Liverpool will be without Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain, who is out for the rest of the season after getting injured on Tuesday night in the game against Roma. They played on Saturday and drew 0-0 with Stoke. It's going to be a very tough game for Liverpool. Roma are going to throw everything at it because they need to. Roma haven't conceded a goal this season, I don't think, in the Champions League, which Liverpool will probably need to do to make sure that they get through. Roma have done this in the past. Last round they were 4-1 down to Barcelona, who have wrapped up the La Liga without losing a single game, but they came back and won 3-0 and went through on away goals at 4 apiece. So they can do it, they have done it, and it's going to be very tough for Liverpool. It's going to be a big game because they haven't qualified for the Champions League final since 2007. Jurgen Klopp was last manager of a team that got there when he was Dortmund manager in 2012, losing to Jupp Heynckes' Bayern Munich. I think that they really need to get through to make this a good season with all of the talent they've got and the amazing football that they play, which I think every football fan enjoys watching Liverpool. Whether they'll admit it or not, I have no idea. But I love watching Liverpool play. They attack so well. They have class everywhere up front. They are a joy to watch. And, you know, I do sort of hope that they go on and win it. Just to stop the dominance of Real Madrid, really. Jurgen Klopp is a likeable guy. I really like him. I think he's a great manager. And the addition of Virgil van Dijk has made such an improvement to the Liverpool defence. They were shaky all the time. They looked like they were always going to concede goals. I mean, if you look at their games against Sevilla in the group stages, they drew 2-2 at home and 3-3 away when they were 3-0 up. I think if they'd had Van Dijk, they'd have won both of those. He's made such a difference to their side, and no, he isn't a contender for signing of the season because he's only been there since January. But he has made a huge difference for sure, and it's really great to see a side from England doing so well. The last time any side got to the final was 2012 when Chelsea won it under Roberto Di Matteo, which was a very odd situation. They finished like 6th in the league, but they did manage to win the Champions League. They beat Bayern in the final and they beat Barcelona in the semi-final. So it can happen. The last time any English club got to the semi-final was in 2016 when Manchester City got to the semi-final, losing to Real Madrid, who went on to win the trophy. So it's not really been successful really much in the last few years for England and British clubs. they have been really struggling to get past like the quarters for a while. Even last season, one club got to the quarterfinals, which was Leicester City, losing to Atletico Madrid, who went on to lose in the semi-finals to Real Madrid, who went on to lift the trophy. So yeah, it's not been the best sort of few years for English clubs in the Champions League. There was a time where they used to dominate it, and there was club after club in the final. In 2005, Liverpool won it. 2006, Arsenal got to the final. And they were down 10 men for ages and were unlucky not to win. 2 late goals sealed it for Barcelona. 2007, Liverpool got to the final and lost to AC Milan. 2008, I think Chelsea and Manchester United. So there was a spell where there was a lot of English clubs in the finals of the Champions League. Since 2012, I don't think there's been any English clubs. There's been lots of theories why. Maybe it's because they play too many games, there's no winter break. But maybe it's just, I always think that all of the games in the Premier League are very competitive. Maybe that's it, or they play at a different kind of pace. But for whatever reason, Liverpool, have done really well this season to get into the semi-final and potentially the final. They got to the final of the Europa League in 2016, I think, and Manchester United got there last year, and Arsenal are very close. They're in the semi-final, so the Europa League's not been too bad. But the golfing quality of some of the teams in the Premier League to the Champions League is obvious, and a lot of teams struggle. But I think that maybe next season we'll have a few more in there as well, like some Manchester City, maybe Manchester United, Tottenham. So it's going to be an interesting game. It's definitely going to be one that I keep an eye on. I will definitely be watching. I'm going to go that Liverpool get through. I'm going to go 1-1 with Salah scoring the goal that sends them safely home. And then on to Real Madrid and Bayern Munich. So Bayern Munich took the lead through Joshua Kimmich. After just a few minutes, I think it was like 4 minutes, they took the lead, slotting home into the left-hand corner, and he opened the scoring in the last game as well. Benzema scored an equaliser with a headed goal. Benzema scored the second goal for Real Madrid after a pass back to Ulreich, and he sort of messed it up, and Benzema put it into an empty net. But James Rodriguez, the player who is on loan from Real Madrid, scored the equaliser to make it 2-2. However, Bayern Munich could not find a winner that would have seen them get through, and the game finished 2-2. There was a couple of controversial moments, a handball from Marcelo, which wasn't given, but Real Madrid probably edged the tie overall and deserved to go through, looking for their 3rd consecutive Champions League and the 4th in 5 years. It's going to be tough for whoever gets through to face Real Madrid. They are such a dominant side in the Champions League. They turn into a different side in the Champions League. They've been really struggling in the La Liga, drawing against a lot of different sides that they should be beating. But when it comes to the Champions League, they've knocked out PSG, they've knocked out Juventus, and they've knocked out now Bayern Munich. So that is basically the champions of the Bundesliga in Germany, the champions of Ligue 1 in France, and the champions of Italy, probably in Juventus of Serie A. So that is, some going to knock out 3 champion winning sides is really, really good. And, if they're going to take some stopping, they're going to take some stopping. I was watching the game and I was thinking there are places here that Liverpool can really exploit through down the wings. But, it's going to be tough for whoever gets through. It was an okay game. It was a lot better than the previous leg, which was absolutely drab. I did have it on in the background and watched it. And it was okay, it's a shame that Bayern Munich didn't score, because that would have made things very interesting indeed. But they didn't, and Real Madrid got through. So the final will be Real Madrid versus Liverpool or Roma, and that will be decided tonight. So let me know your predictions down below on how you think the game will go, who you think will be in the final, and what you think the score will be and the scorers, etc. Let me know down below. I hope you enjoy the game, and I will probably be doing a review of the game straight after, so catch that at around 10ish. I am Mike. I will see you soon, and thank you so much for watching.